Welcome to another build video. We have our new kit right here in front of us, and as you saw, what we're going to be doing is another warship, and the kit we have is the USS The Sullivans. Now, I realize what you're probably thinking right off the bat. Well, wait a minute, this video is titled Building the USS Kidd. So here's the thing. There are no model kits of the USS Kidd. So the only way to get a model of the Kidd is to buy one of her sisters and do a conversion. Tamiya does make a generic Fletcher class model in the same scale. This is a 1:350 scale. However, the bridge in that kit is not accurate to what's the actual bridge of the Kidd. That kit has a rounded bridge on it, whereas the Kidd actually has more of a wedge-shaped type bridge, and you can see that right here in this model kit, right here on the Sullivans. So really all that needs to be done, and before I bought this, I stood at the counter looking at this the box art on here for a good 15 minutes or so, just staring at it, alternating between this and pictures of the Kidd to see how accurate this kit is to the Kidd, and I think it's about as close as you can get. Now you can, if you want to do the Tamiya model, there is a 3D printed bridge that is accurate to the Kidd that will fit on that model. But I mean, we've got this right here. We've got Trumpeter. We already know Trumpeter is a great brand. They make good kits. So we're just going to go ahead and do this one. And if I decide at a later date that I want to have a model of the Sullivans as well, I can easily just buy another kit like this. But you can see it's still in the wrapping, and let's go ahead and unbox and see what we have here in the kit. Of course, the very first thing I'm going to do is take a look at the bridge. All right. So first thing I see is the hull. There's the hull right here. Looks virtually identical to the hull that was came with the USS New Orleans. I mean, in terms of, like, if you recall from that video, we had this the dark red on the lower part of the hull, and then there's this really light gray. But the Kidd's actually got like 4 different colors on the hull, so we're gonna prime this up and paint it to be accurate to the ship. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3 bags of sprues, and having said all that, let's get started. Okay, so something I didn't realize, and luckily I caught it early on, or relatively early on in the build here, is that the Kidd, or excuse me, the Sullivans had two different configurations, at least in terms of this kit. So if you look at the instructions here, you see up here in the top, you've got number 5 on the instructions. It's got 43, and down here, number 6 has 45. So this was the 1943 configuration of the Sullivans, and you can see on here it had 2 sets of torpedo launchers, whereas in the 1945 configuration, it only had 1. So going back and look at my pictures of the Kidd currently as it exists only has 1 set of torpedoes, or the torpedo launchers. So I had everything built on the 1 for 2, so I had to take everything off, and I'm putting it onto the 1945 configuration, because again, that is how the Kidd currently exists. So the torpedo thing with this little, I don't know what this thing is, but it is on the ship, that exists. So that would go like so. Then 2 sets of turrets, the forward funnel, the aft funnel, and this platform right here. So I just wanted to take a second as things start looking a little different to you guys. And while I'm actually talking, one thing I did was I got the Measure 21 paint for the ship as well. As you can see, I still don't have the hull glued together yet, even though the painting of the hull is complete. I just don't feel like this matches up enough with what's on the Kidd, so I've got some different paint ordered. It's called Deck Blue. It's made by Tamiya, and it's a lacquer paint. So when that comes in, I am going to do some test sprays of that and see how it looks, and if that works or looks the way I think it should, that's what we're going to go with. And it should look, and again, I realize I'm doing a Kidd conversion from the Sullivans, but the Kidd's deck very closely matches this this paint scheme on the decks that they have on the Sullivans. So that's what I'm trying to get. So you can see, these are off by a good bit. So that's why I made that decision. Okay, so that will finish this particular piece, which will go here in the stern section. This is the aftmost section of the superstructure, and it will go like that on the ship. And there will be one more turret back here that's going to fit in like so back here in the rear section. And I'm not gluing this stuff on yet until I get the new paint in for the deck. Okay, everyone, that is going to wrap up part 1 of building the USS Kidd. Be sure to stick around for part 2 when it comes out, and you will be able to see what the completed model looks like. So, thanks again for watching, everyone, and until next time, drive safely.